Hello. Michael Jordan was known for covering tremendous distance when he jumped, and the secret was not only his natural explosive ability, but there was almost this magical quality to him while he was in the air. It was as if he defied the physics of reality, hanging above the ground like he was floating. The secret was in the way his legs contracted mid-jump, then quickly expanded. This gave him a little more oomph when carrying his mass forward. We see something similar with the flying knee. Leaping off of one foot as the knee pierces into the air, the alternation of the knee, where the first knee swaps places with the other, it generates more oomph behind the strike. This alternation mid-air is what makes the technique so dangerous. The first knee should feel light, just carrying your mass forward. The second, as it alternates in, ferocious with bad intentions. It's a similar philosophy to a switch kick really. This technique is a strong counter versus both boxing level changes, ducks, and of course wrestling for that same reason. Because if you do possess the timing, the athleticism, your opponent might end up moving their head directly into a thick, dense portion of the human body. Of course, depending on the person's chin, they might be able to absorb it and continue the game, but no one really wants to take one of these, which is also why they're so difficult to train. In sparring, you don't really consider kneeing your training partners, as the damage they could receive absorbing one far outweighs what gloved fists conventionally do. Maybe that's why they aren't as prevalent as they could be. Nonetheless though, this technique is what Jorge Masvidal used to smash the odds, crushing Ben Askren's career-long undefeated spree. 19-0. The O had to go. How did Jorge Masvidal land it exactly though? Thank you for joining me as we take a closer glance. Note how sitting off the cage, Masvidal gives no cue as to his intentions. Look at the distance he breaks for them from. From here, he positions his feet to dash. 1, 2. After the second sprinting step, he's airborne. But notice, Ben, he's moving into the direction of the knee. Why? Ben was going in for his wrestling shot before Masvidal was even airborne, and I do not believe he expected Masvidal to enter against him with a knee. After all, how many times has Jorge Masvidal thrown a flying knee in his career? He typically just boxes you. His boxing is quite excellent, throws a few beautiful spinning kicks here and there, but in this instance, it's the same philosophy he harnessed, finishing there until the element of surprise. He used a technique he rarely ever uses, if at all. He knew Ben has never seen him throw this before, which is exactly why he knew Ben Askren would not expect it. Thus, the first reaction as Jorge Masvidal's knee enters was Ben Askren's natural reaction. As the lead knee alternates with the back knee, Ben Askren found himself moving into the strike. From there, he was way too concussed to retain his undefeated status. His O had to go. It's a very simple technique, but for that same reason, so effective. With boxing and wrestling having such a high success rate in this world, it's curious as to why this powerful technique isn't more prevalent. Perhaps again, it is due to the fact it is immoral to use against training partners. Nonetheless though, after delivering the fastest finish in UFC history, I'm sure we'll see a lot more. It'll be interesting to see how Ben Askren recovers from this, and Jorge Masvidal being one of my favorite fighters, I'm excited to see what his future has in store from here. If you like more from me, please subscribe and hit the notifications. Thank you if you did. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.